What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. We have full hookup, which just makes my heart happy.
So this wasn't too bad. We're paying $60 for the night. I mean, we're used to paying like $26 for a state park.
Wait, let's put this in perspective. We are in Savannah, Georgia.
That's correct.
Do you know how much it would cost to stay in a bed and breakfast or a hotel here in Savannah? And you can actually take a trolley or shuttle right from this location into downtown Savannah. You don't have to park your car. You don't have to pay for any of those things. So I think that we're already off to a good start.
I was going to say, I don't think $60 is that bad. We did get a little bit of a discount for Good Sam's. That's why we belong to all these different membership programs.
It's worth it.
You know, Good Sam's, the biggest reason we have Good Sam's is because we don't buy our RVs from Camping World in Gander, but we do buy like some of the parts there. And the Good Sam's membership, which costs us like, I don't know, like $50 for 3 years, totally has paid for itself. And here was another $10 off. But this site, so, you know, we called last minute.
Yes, very last.
On April 30th, and they were able to get us in, no problem. We have a back-end gravel site. But I'm going to say this site is pretty level. I mean, we put one set of leveling blocks. We didn't even pull out the Anderson levelers. One set of blocks backed right up on. We are going to stay hooked up for the night so that we can just pull out in the morning. We're not going anywhere. And all I had to do was increase the air shocks up to like 80 PSI, and we're perfectly level without disconnecting. So I'm pretty impressed by that. And then if you come over here, everything is perfect. I mean, we got our sewer is right here. I have to say, Rachel, because I know you're always worried about it, but I'm pretty good at judging how much room I need for the slide.
This always makes me nervous. Do you guys get nervous if you are not the primary driver and you're trying to back in, like, you know, the driver's trying to back in and they're trying to gauge how close they need to be but also allow for the slide? Do you get nervous? Because I get nervous still every time.
I know exactly how far I need without a measuring stick.
I am working on...
I mean, look at that. That is pretty good.
It's
I got
really
about
good.
1 foot between that and the pedestal.
I'm working on my encouraging wife voice to just ask the question that I have to ask, which is, do you think you left room for the slide, but do it in a sweet way, not like it was when we first started. It was like, I don't think this slide's gonna be able to make it.
So yeah, I'm pretty impressed with this site. Like, we're on a corner here, all of our hookups, I mean, very neat, nothing is dirty. We've got our 30 amp, we've got our water, we're backed up to a little fence here. We're kind of like on our own. I like this spot here for a last minute place.
Well, if you have to stay someplace in, you know, basically an RV parking lot, this is the place to go. I know it's probably the last place reserved, which is kind of funny, right? It would be the first place that we would want because it's the most feel of camping going on. But I mean, I completely understand the pull through, you know, appeal for a lot of them. But yeah, we've got the most amount of shade back here. I like, put baby in a corner. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are two crazy campers.
After losing a combined weight of more than 200 pounds.
We realized we had so much more energy for activities.
Come along with us as we explore the great outdoors.
And join us on a brand new adventure. I'm sorry I have my glasses on, but the light coming this way is just rough.
I had to find the best place to film, and the light there was better than the light over here.
Yeah.
And glares and everything else.
We're doing our best.
So we are on our way back to Florida from New York after a 3,000-mile round trip over 10 days.
Yep, it's been awesome.
And it's been really cool. I'm starting to feel like that moving day kind of thing from the full-timers. It's been really fun. But what we did was on our way up, we stopped at a couple of Harvest Hosts. And then on our way back, we stopped at a Harvest Host. And then for the second night, pretty much all the harvest hosts around the Georgia area where we wanted to stop were filled up.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised because this is a great time of year.
Yes.
All of the flowers are out. We're here in the springtime. It's the first day of May right now as we're filming this, and so the weather is great and cooperative, and I can understand why there's so many people wanting to camp in this area right now.
Yeah, so we immediately jumped onto some of the other apps that we have, and I highly recommend getting multiple apps to find campgrounds.
Can't hurt.
We have the Dirt, and then we of course have Passport America, and we have the RV Finder, so the All Stays. So, and it was great because we were able to look around and see what is there, and we went on Passport America, and we found this place.
And I am so glad we did. So we are at the CreekFire RV Resort here in Savannah, Georgia, and it is truly that. It is a resort.
Yeah, this place is super nice. So the way we found this is we were about an hour and a half outside of Savannah. We knew we wanted to stop in the Savannah area, and we started going down all of the different apps we have. You know, we have the All Stays, and we have Passport America, and you know, all of the Dirt app, and we highly recommend them all. We're gonna put links for them down below. And we just started going, where can we stay if we would prefer not to stay in a Walmart or a Cracker Barrel? But we knew that that was an option. And we came across this way on the Passport America website.
Yeah, and I'm glad that we stayed here because, you know, sometimes when you're going home, you're like, well, I just want to get home. Yeah. But it's really nice to do our last leg of our trip with a fresh shower and have full hookup and really be able to clean out the trailer. It was just a really nice treat.
Yeah, so we found it on Passport America. We called them up. They're like, no problem. Come on down. We've got some openings. She's like, we do have to put you on a gravel back-end spot. We're like, no problem. I know how to drive a trailer very well. I can get in. And she's like, the only thing is we aren't out of season right now for Passport America, so you're gonna have to pay full price, which was somewhere around $67 plus tax. But we do have Good Sam's, and so they took about $10 off, and we ended up paying just $60 a night here in the last day of April.
Totally worth it because of all of the amenities and things to do here at the park. So we thought we should do a 5 things review on this place.
High five. So if you're new to our channel, we review all RV parks based on 5 things. We're gonna talk about
hospitality, amenities, the campsites themselves, stuff to do, and finally, would we recommend it?
So number 1 is hospitality, and
we're in Savannah, Georgia.
Yes, I mean, enough said, right? Yeah. So first of all, just from calling them, they're like, no problem. We called a couple of other places, and they're like, one lady actually said, are you kidding me? You know, they're like, no, you can't come here. I mean, we actually called a KOA, and on the website, it said there was availability, and then we called, she's like, no, you can't come. I'm like, okay. So just from, like, as soon as we called them, hospitality was awesome.
Sweet as pie.
We got in there, super courteous, super nice. They're like, oh yeah, I remember we talked to you on the phone. Let me tell you a little about this place. And then they said, hey, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna pull out in the front. We're gonna have somebody come escort you to the park. Now this is new for us because we're used to state parks where you're kind of on your own.
Right, so the gentleman that led us was just super, super nice. And you know what was funny? He didn't seem judgy. You know how there's a little bit of pressure, I think, as a driver of an RV when you have to park,
no matter how good you are,
with an audience that's not your family. You feel like you're almost you know, trying to get on one of those America's Got Talent things. You're just kind of saying like, you want to prove that you can drive it.
Right.
And he was kind of like, I'm here if you need me, but I'm also not judging your parking ability.
Yeah, he did say that he would charge $500 if we need him to park. But yeah. I'm like, no, I think I got this.
We got this.
Now, in addition, hospitality also includes the people that are here, that are staying here. And I'm going to tell you this, I think we've had more friendly conversations with people that are staying here than we have in the last 7 years of our neighbors in our Sticks and Bricks house.
Oh my gracious, just the most loveliest people from all walks of life that are going in different directions. Some are full-timers and some are weekend warriors, and we've just had such a fun time. I
don't want to leave.
We didn't get to bed until late because we were just sitting around the Queen Laundry
even
talking.
This morning, I mean, we're packing up, we're on our way out, and a gentleman comes over talking to us about a half hour, but you know what? that's okay. That's the beauty of RV life.
And there's a lot of spaces that I think they've made in this park for you to meet up and hang out, and we'll get to that in amenities.
Yeah, let's talk about number 2, the amenities. So amenities includes things like, all of the different things like laundry services.
Yes, which they do have full laundry. And
just $2.25.
What I love is you can use a credit card or coins. So that is really helpful because sometimes you don't have, 50 quarters on you in the rig. So the fact that you could swipe a card, use the washer, use the dryer, super clean facilities. They even had an iron and an ironing board if you want to use it.
And the room that everything is in is super clean with sitting areas, tables, right outside of the pool area. There's also a meeting room where you can just kind of like a fellowship kind of hall.
Yes, there is a fireside pits that are giant, and that is the perfect place for you to get to know people that are in the park because everyone sort of congregated and brought their marshmallows and hot dogs to kind of, just grill out and meet people that are here staying.
Yeah, and in addition, there is a lakeside restaurant that you can go over there and eat at.
And you can have takeout too, which was amazing. And there's a market if you maybe forgot something on your trip, you need to get some razors or soap. They've got the full market there. And there's a total gym.
Yeah. So now we also talk about in amenities the wireless services, and I will say T-Mobile seemed to be the best here. AT&T was average. We didn't get much of Verizon without putting up our big antenna up on top. It also could be the time during the day I found I had much better service in the evening, but of course now at that point everybody's in their rigs probably downloading some movies and things like that.
But there are a lot of channels available for free if you have the outfit for that.
Now there is Wi-Fi here at the park. Of course it is RV park Wi-Fi, so not the greatest, maybe good enough to surf the web, but as far as like downloading and streaming movies, not so much. And I believe you said they also have Cablevision, right? Or cable.
Yeah, they absolutely do. And also I just wanted to say that they have a lot of outdoor showers all over the park, which is really nice, and lots of bathrooms if you happen to be out, and they are clean and beautiful.
That's right. The bathroom that we saw over at the restaurant with the showers, I mean, cleaner than most 5-star hotels that you're going to stay in.
Very, very nice.
Let's get into number 3, the campsites themselves. So we're not going to do our normal walkthrough and show you every site, but I'm going to say this. The sites are nice. I mean, the back-end sites are huge. The pull-through sites are huge.
So long.
Really long, and there's a lot of room between you and your neighbor. We make fun a lot of times of,
parking
these
lot feel.
RV parking lots. It's just not something that we're really interested in.
Doesn't
a lot of the
feel
places
like
you're going to
here.
stay, like the, the Encore parks and stuff like that. There's a little bit more space where you feel like you've got your own area.
So let's talk about the campsites themselves.
Okay, so each campsite has a nice either gravel or paved area. You've got your full hookup. The sewer is in the ground. Threaded things so you can thread your piece in for your sewer. You've got obviously 30 amp, 50 amp. You've got a nice fire pit. You can have fires here. You have a nice little patio off to the side, as well as a picnic bench that we're sitting here on.
And we are backed up to a dog park, which we didn't mention in amenities, but that's a really nice little area too.
You're kind of spread out all over the place. They have multiple different sections. Some areas are near the pool, some areas are around the lake, and they also have those little park models that you can rent out.
Yes, and those cabins are delicious. I want those so badly for my brother and my extended family to stay in, because I think that's a great place for people who are, new to RVing. Maybe you want to just bring them along, have a little family reunion at a place like this.
Well, let's get into number 4, which is stuff to do.
Lots.
And let's face it, we're in Savannah. There is so much to do in Savannah itself. You can go on the ghost tours. There's all kinds of food tours. Just lots of history here in Savannah.
And what's really nice is there is a shuttle that you can purchase and pick up right here at the park, as well as the trolley system that you can utilize, and it'll take you right into town. So that's a nice money-saving option, so you don't have to worry about parking and paying for parking, and then they'll bring you back to the park when you're done for the day.
Now inside of the RV resort itself, there is a lazy river.
Which I could stay in all day. There's also a splash zone park with lots of fun stuff for the littles that are, you know, maybe like toddler age, preschool age. You know, you don't want to have a deep pool for them, but there is another pool if you just want to go swimming.
And then there's another pool next to that for like the little bit older than the toddlers with a little water slide kind of thing. So plenty of water activities here. In addition, you have dining areas over there, places where you can kind of have little picnics. You have a tennis court.
Yeah, there's a tennis court. There's a shuffleboard. There's plenty of places for the horseshoes, a nice big area for that.
There's a playground.
There is a really nice playground, and there's also lawn chess available, which was really cute too. And I can see that they're building more. They've got a nice pavilion that is going up. So there's lots of places where you can join the group if you'd like to make some friends here in the RV area, but there's a lot of little sanctuary spots where if you just want to be alone and enjoy nature, lots of picnic benches and benches for that, especially around the lake. There's a lot of space for everybody to have plenty of room to go fishing. And I was actually there yesterday when somebody hooked a little baby alligator. Of course, that was a catch and release, and they were all too glad to release it.
Yep. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention when it comes to, I guess you can say, stuff to do, and that would be bike riding.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, you can kind of put it in any one of these categories, but it's very quiet here. It's a very family atmosphere, but there's not a lot of cars like running up and down. Lots of golf carts, but not cars. And the people who are in cars are driving very slow.
Very respectful.
And what's making that nice is that you can bring your bicycle, the kids can bring their bicycles, and they can ride up and down, and you don't really have to worry about them getting hit by cars. I mean, we brought our electric bicycles, rode around for about an hour and a half, and I mean, definitely didn't get bored because there's so many little streets and alleyways and everything else to go on here.
So nice. Yeah, that was something that I really noticed, that in this park is probably the smallest littles that I've ever seen riding bikes around. I mean, there were little kids 3-4 years old just learning how to ride their bike. They had brought their little motorized, Barbie car with them, and they were riding that all through the park, and everybody was just looking out for them, and I thought that was awesome.
Well, let's get into number 5, and that is, would we recommend it? And I would absolutely say,
can you tell?
You should come here. Now, what was really nice, it was just like 2 or 3 minutes off of I-95, so if you're looking to just do a pass-through, maybe 1 or 2 days, this is an awesome place. This is about 6 hours from our house, which we're going to get back on the road and get home for today, but I am already planning a trip back up here. Even though we normally do state parks, I want to come here for like 5 or 6 days.
Yeah, this is such a beautiful place, and I think that it is really centrally located to all the activities that you would want to do in Savannah. And let's face it, even at $60 or $70 a night, that is a bargain when you think about how expensive some of the hotels and Airbnbs are to stay in Savannah.
Yeah, so we're going to leave a link down below for the CreekFire RV Resort here in Savannah. Let us know if you have ever been here. Also, let us know some other really nice privately owned campgrounds that we could check out in the Georgia, South Florida, Northern Florida area.
Yeah.
Now, if you like seeing videos like this, please do us a favor, hit that like button down below. It really does help us build the channel.
And don't forget to hit the little bell icon, and that way every single time we put up a new video, you'll be alerted to it.
Until next time,
Happy camping!